Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt like your legs weren't quite ready to go with you? Maybe a simple walk to the mailbox feels longer than it used to. You're not alone in that. It's something many of us start noticing as we get older. Our legs, those trusty companions that carried us through workdays, vacations, family gatherings, and everything in between, begin to feel a little different. And here's the thing, it's not just aging. It's how we respond to aging that really makes the difference. I want to talk with you today about something we don't always give enough credit to, our leg strength. Because it turns out, keeping our legs strong isn't just about walking easier. It's about preserving our independence, staying steady on our feet, and continuing to enjoy the simple joys in life, like gardening, walking your dog, or dancing at your granddaughter's wedding. The truth is, as we age, it's natural to experience a gradual weakening of our muscles. There's even a name for it, sarcopenia. This process actually starts quietly around age 40, but it really begins to show itself in our 60s and beyond. You might notice it in little ways: more effort to climb stairs, a feeling of heaviness after standing too long, or needing a moment longer to catch your balance. These aren't just signs of getting older. They're messages from your body, gently asking for support. Now, imagine your leg muscles like the engine of a car. If the engine sits idle too long or runs without the right fuel, it starts to sputter. But with regular care and the right fuel, it stays strong, reliable, and ready for the road. That's exactly how our legs work too. And the beautiful part? We still have a say in how well that engine runs. So today, let's give our legs a little love. And where better to start than with what we put on our plate? Nutrition is often overlooked when we think about strength, but it's truly the foundation. Food is more than fuel. It's a message we send to our body every single day. And when that message says, "I care about staying strong," our body listens. One of the biggest heroes in this story is protein. Think of protein as the glue that helps hold our muscles together. As we age, our bodies don't process protein as efficiently as they used to, which means we actually need a bit more, not less. And the good news is, you don't need to change your entire diet overnight. Simple adjustments go a long way. Start your day with an egg or two. Add a spoonful of Greek yogurt to your fruit. Include beans in your lunch or a small piece of grilled chicken with dinner. Even a handful of almonds or walnuts as a snack can give your muscles the support they're asking for. Let me share a story. There's a man I once met, Mr. Harold Thompson, who'd always been an active guy. He loved hiking, took pride in mowing his own lawn, and swore by his evening walks. But as the years passed, he noticed those hills he once climbed with ease were starting to feel like mountains. At first, he chalked it up to aging. But one day, after a minor stumble in his backyard, he decided that wasn't the way he wanted to go through the rest of his life. He wanted to feel strong again. So Harold made a quiet promise to himself. No drastic changes, no boot camps, just steady, gentle improvements. And the first thing he looked at was his food. He started by adding more protein to every meal. Scrambled eggs in the morning, a turkey sandwich at lunch, lentil soup or baked fish at dinner. Nothing fancy, but everything with intention. Within a few weeks, he started to feel a difference, not just in his legs, but in his confidence. He said, "I felt like I was fueling the man I wanted to be, not the one I was afraid of becoming." Now let's talk about another crucial piece of the puzzle, calcium. You've probably heard about calcium in bones for decades now. But here's something you might not realize. Your legs carry the weight of your entire body. And when your bones don't get enough calcium, they quietly begin to weaken. That means your legs aren't just moving you, they're holding you up. Keeping those bones strong is one of the best things you can do to avoid falls, fractures, or worse. Calcium isn't hard to find, and you don't need to rely on dairy if that doesn't sit well with you. Leafy greens like kale and spinach are full of it. Many breakfast cereals are fortified with calcium. Almond milk, orange juice, and even tofu can be great sources. The key is simply to be mindful. When you build a meal, think about including something that strengthens not just your muscles, but your bones too. And calcium has a best friend, vitamin D. Without enough vitamin D, your body can't properly absorb all that good calcium you're working so hard to get. You can get some of it from the sun, but as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight to vitamin D. That's why food matters here too. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, fortified cereals, and eggs can help you boost your vitamin D levels. Some folks also find that a small supplement, recommended by a doctor, can be helpful, especially if you don't get outside as much these days. And finally, I can't forget to mention one more quiet but powerful ally: water. That's right, good old-fashioned hydration. When you're dehydrated, your muscles tighten, your joints feel stiff, and your balance can even suffer. Most people don't drink enough water, especially as they get older, because our sense of thirst naturally decreases. So, don't wait until you feel thirsty. Make drinking water a habit. Try sipping throughout the day. Keep a glass nearby when you're reading or watching TV. And remember, foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and oranges also contribute to your hydration. It's easy to overlook water as something extra, but the truth is, staying hydrated is one of the most underrated ways to keep your legs feeling steady, flexible, and strong. So whether it's protein, calcium, vitamin D, or simply drinking enough water, these small choices add up. They become part of your strength, part of your stability, part of the freedom that comes from being able to move confidently through your day. And just like Mr. Thompson, you don't have to do everything at once. You just have to start. With each glass of water, each forkful of food, each intention to care for your legs, you're saying, I still want to live life on my terms. If the food on your plate lays the foundation, then the way you move is what builds the structure. Nutrition gives your muscles the tools they need, but movement tells them what to do with it. You don't need to become a gym regular or sign up for a fitness class to feel the benefits. In fact, some of the best exercises for leg strength are the ones you can do right at home, without any special equipment or even leaving the house. The key is purpose. Purposeful movement, even when it's gentle, wakes up the muscles, keeps your joints limber, and helps you feel more balanced and steady. And let's be honest, nobody likes that feeling of wobbling or needing to hold on to furniture just to get across the room. The goal here isn't perfection. It's progress. It's confidence. It's knowing that you're doing something today that your future self will thank you for. Let's go back to Mr. Harold Thompson for a moment. Remember, he started with food, but he didn't stop there. After a few weeks of better meals, he noticed he had a little more energy, enough to think, maybe I can try a little movement too. He didn't jump into a fitness program or lace up his hiking boots right away. Instead, he began with what he had: his body, a sturdy kitchen chair, and a few spare minutes in the morning. Every day, Harold did gentle leg lifts while holding the back of that chair. A few calf raises, some seated squats, and slow stretches. At first, it felt like a chore. But by the end of that first week, something shifted. He felt less stiff getting out of bed. His knees didn't protest quite as much. And his balance, his biggest concern, began to improve. What started as a 5-minute routine turned into a daily ritual. Not because he had to, but because he started to enjoy how it made him feel. And that's the point. When movement becomes something that supports you instead of drains you, it becomes easier to stick with it. Walking is one of the simplest and most effective ways to strengthen your legs. Even 10 minutes a day can make a real difference. If the weather's nice, take a lap around the block. If not, put on your favorite music and pace gently around the living room. It's not about how far you go, it's that you're going. Balance exercises are just as important, especially as we age. One of the easiest ways to begin is by standing on one leg while holding onto a counter or chair. You don't have to do it long, just 5 to 10 seconds at a time. That small practice builds stability, sharpens your reflexes, and teaches your body to stay grounded even when the world wobbles a little. And if you're someone who enjoys a bit more structure or social connection, gentle movement classes like Tai Chi or yoga can be wonderful. These practices aren't just about stretching or balance, they're about awareness. They help you slow down, notice your breath, feel the way your body moves. They bring a sense of calm and control that many of us crave, especially during seasons of life when things feel unpredictable. You might be thinking, I don't know where to start, or what if I do something wrong? And that's completely normal. The beautiful part is you don't need a perfect plan, you just need a small start. Choose one movement, one stretch, one walk, and build from there. There's no race, no deadline, just a steady path towards strength. As we talk about all these wonderful ways to care for your legs, there's one more part of the picture we shouldn't ignore: paying attention to what's happening inside. Our bodies are smart, but they also appreciate a little extra help. That's where regular health checkups come in. They're not just for when something feels wrong, they're your opportunity to check in, to get ahead of any issues, and to make informed choices that support your strength and stability. Think of a checkup like a conversation between you and your body, with your doctor as the translator. You might find that your vitamin D is a bit low, or that your bone density has changed. These aren't reasons to panic, they're information. And with the right information, you can take the right steps. Maybe you'll add a supplement, adjust your diet slightly, or try a different kind of movement that's better suited for your joints. These aren't just medical steps, they're self-care decisions. They're reminders that you're worth the attention, that your health matters, and that it's never too late to make adjustments that lead to a fuller, more active life. And your mental and emotional well-being plays a role in this too. Strength isn't only physical. It comes from how we feel, how connected we are, and how supported we allow ourselves to be. Staying socially active, whether it's meeting a friend for a walk, chatting with a neighbor, or joining a local group, can lift your mood, increase your energy, and make the effort of staying strong feel a little more joyful. There's something powerful about sharing the journey, about knowing you're not doing it alone. Mr. Thompson often said that having a buddy, someone to check in with, swap progress stories with, or simply share a cup of tea, kept him going on the days he felt like skipping it all. That kind of support doesn't cost anything, but it makes a world of difference. And if getting out and meeting up isn't always possible, that's okay too, because we live in a time when staying connected has never been more accessible. You'd be surprised how many tools are available today to help us stay active, informed, and in touch. Let's talk about one of the biggest game changers that didn't even exist when many of us were younger: technology. Now, I know just hearing that word can make some of us sigh. It can feel overwhelming or unfamiliar, especially if it seems like the world is speeding ahead with gadgets and apps we've never used. But here's the truth: technology isn't just for the young. In fact, it can be one of the best tools we have to support our independence, our strength, and our daily routines. Think of it this way: if there was a friendly little companion who gently reminded you to get up and stretch, helped you track how far you walked, encouraged you when you hit your goals, and kept your loved ones updated on how you were doing, wouldn't you welcome that kind of help? That's exactly what simple devices like step counters or smartwatches can do. And you don't have to be a tech expert to benefit. Many of these tools are made with seniors in mind. Clear displays, simple buttons, even voice guidance. They're designed to support you, not confuse you. One woman I met, Margaret, who's in her 70s, resisted getting a fitness tracker for a long time. "I don't need a watch to tell me when to move," she'd say with a laugh. But her grandson gifted her one for her birthday, and she decided to give it a try. And wouldn't you know, within a week she was checking her step count every evening, smiling when she hit her goals. You're in control. All you need is a phone, a tablet, or a computer. And if you're not sure how to start, a friend or family member can help you set it up once. After that, it's just like watching TV, with a healthy twist. And let's not forget how technology helps us stay connected. It might be a video call with a family member, a quick message from an old friend, or even a virtual community where others your age share stories, tips, and encouragement. Feeling seen and supported can have a powerful effect on your motivation. When we know we're not alone in our journey, we feel stronger, more hopeful, and more willing to take care of ourselves. That brings us to something deeply important: your mental and emotional well-being. We've talked a lot about muscles, bones, and movement, but none of that works without the engine inside, your spirit. How you feel on the inside affects everything on the outside. When you're feeling down, discouraged, or disconnected, even getting up from a chair can feel harder. That's not laziness, it's being human. And it's something we all go through. That's why nurturing your mental health is just as vital as eating right and staying active. Practices like gratitude, mindfulness, or even just a few quiet moments each day can help calm your nervous system and lift your mood. You don't have to sit cross-legged on a yoga mat or chant to the clouds. It could be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths before you get out of bed in the morning, or sitting by the window with a cup of tea and watching the sky. These small pauses center us. They remind us that we're still here, still worthy, still capable of growing stronger, one step at a time. And then there's connection. It doesn't take a crowd to feel connected. Sometimes one good conversation is all it takes. Call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Invite someone over for coffee. Join a local walking group or attend a community center class. Even casual chats with neighbors as you tend the garden or stroll around the block can brighten your mood and bring that gentle reminder: we belong to something bigger. We're not walking this road alone. So yes, staying strong and healthy as we age takes some effort. But it's the kind of effort that gives back. Every glass of water, every protein-rich meal, every step you take, every kind word you share with yourself or someone else, it's all part of building a life that's full, mobile, and deeply satisfying. You don't need perfection. You need presence and consistency. And most of all, belief in your body's ability to respond no matter your age. You've got everything you need to take care of your legs and your life, right now, right where you are. And if no one's told you lately, let me be the one to say, you're doing a good job. Just by watching this video, just by being curious, you're already on your way. So take this as your sign to keep going. Stand up, stretch, smile. Choose the foods that love you back. Move in ways that feel good. Reach out. Check in with your doctor. Hydrate. Laugh. Celebrate the body that's gotten you this far and help it carry you farther still. If this video gave you something to think about or just made you feel a little more hopeful, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your questions, even your own experiences in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Strong Elderly Life for more practical advice, inspiring stories, and gentle motivation to help you live your best life at every age. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel supported. And you deserve to walk through life feeling steady, proud, and alive. Here's to your legs, your life, and your future. Let's keep moving forward, together.